Alright, YouTube, I'm back. First time ever, and I reviewed this sled, kind of an overview of it. I finally got views on a video, so now I'm going to do another video about it. Probably wondering right now why it's up in the air. It's because I got to put new slides on it. It's got 800 miles on them, and they're wearing a little thin in one spot. I mean, I could probably get another 100, 200 miles on them, but I don't want to run the risk of wearing through them. I've seen it happen too many times to other sleds. I ain't going to let that happen to this machine. It costs too much. But anyway, 800 and some miles on it. Mostly trail, a little bit of off trail. Not a whole lot of off trail. I want to do some more off trail yet this year. Impression so far, it's got the turbo. Turbo, it's a lot of power. I'm not gonna lie, it pulls like a mother. Pulls hard. I mean, guys, when I went to the Yamaha shop the other day, you're like, yeah, I heard that you pretty much do a wheelie all the way to 100. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much true. Skis, you hit the throttle, skis come up, and you just keep riding. It pulls like nobody's business. But that being said, although I don't regret buying the turbo, if I were to go back and do it all over again, I probably wouldn't. Save my money, maybe buy another sled, or buy more parts or something. But just because I had nothing wrong with initially the reason I got the turbo was because I was concerned about it being underpowered. And a lot of guys I'd heard online saying, "Oh yeah, nitro could walk away from the Viper." Like, oh, maybe I should get the turbo then. It's that underpowered. But when the first time I rode it without the turbo, I'm like, this ain't that bad. It's not really real fast. It won't go, a million miles an hour, but it was quick enough. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't making the right choice to put the turbo on. Well, got the turbo on it. Yeah, it's faster and all, a lot of pull, but I lost that. I lost part of what I loved about the motor. I still love the motor even with the turbo, but I lost part of it. I lost part of the whole low-end snappiness. It's not as snappy, it just pulls really hard when you get into that mid-range. It pulls really hard to 80. It gets to 80 damn fast. Now, running this 2¼ inch lug on the trails actually went better than I expected. I had real concerns about it because guys were like, "Oh, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna feel them lugs." No, you don't. You don't feel the lugs. I felt my studs in my last sled. I hated that, but I don't feel these lugs. The only issue with it is really, other than wearing your slides out, is that the sled runs really hot in low snow or hard pack conditions. Got to get some ice scratches or something. I haven't yet for some apparent reason. I keep buying other parts, but I haven't gotten ice scratches yet. These, the DuPont slides. Try them out, see how they go. I mean, they're like, I don't know, they're like $150 for a set, and I think normal slides are only like $20 a piece, probably less. So it's like, well, sure, you could put a lot of other slides on for the price of these, but I'd rather have to put on slides less often because it can be a bit of a pain in the ass most of the time. So yeah. Now, on the trail, this sled has an insane amount of ski lift. An insane amount. I mean, sometimes you can't even go in a straight line without lifting a ski. I expected that I was to get it because of the super narrow ski stance and just the overall design of it. But it's extremely controllable. You lift a ski, you can rope it in instantaneously or leave it up even. It's really, really controllable, really, really stable with a ski or ski up or even both up. Versus when my nitro, you lift the ski, the thing wanted to freaking throw you off. Talk to any guy with a nitro. My buddies got nitros and they say the same thing. It's like you lift the ski, it'll want to buck you off. This doesn't do that at all. It's very, very stable. Now, I will say one thing. Fit and finish on the plastic, so I already cast, obviously, isn't so good. The plastic up here keeps popping out of its track, it's not fitting up very nice. Well, yeah, stuff new tuck into it. Or the one I just put on really bumper. It's typically really tricky. I make on this sled, so I gotta move it. When I grab it over, I'd always room for the other hand, but I grab the whole of that bar. Now I gotta pinch my gear because it had 100. Got this beef, and it was like, oh, it's $50. It doesn't like that. Move it all. Run that, make it soft. I got a bag, the biggest mount from Prediction Parts. One they got a really nice. So that it's a high quality, freaking like solid. Really doesn't move at all. So the problem is it's not as big as I thought it. It was the biggest bag they had. As bad as big as I thought. The big one, I get a smaller bag. I better go with the biggest I got, and it still ain't that big. I mean, I got my gloves, one pair of gloves in there, some tools underneath my belt, and a little tool kit. I got different stuff. There's pockets here, toe strap, rag, stuff like that. But I really kind of wish it was slightly bigger for like certain trips where you want to haul a pair of clothes because you're gonna go jump hotels or something. But oh well, I guess I just have to wear my backpack for that, even though I wanted to avoid that. That's the whole reason I got this bag. Backpack was killing my back. I mean, there's enough space I could probably fit the another one. Then I just go with the small bag with the jug, the 1.3 gallon jug or whatever it is, next to each other to fit back here. But that's another $200, so no. Mud flap kind of bent back on me. Don't know why it doesn't go straight again, but whatever. Now, they always say online, all over the place, Yamaha likes to say, oh, this rear skid, it doesn't build up snow, it's lightweight. You know, your wet weight after running in the snow for a while, it's not nearly as bad as the other side. At first I thought that was hype. No, that's not hype. That's total truth. Because I'll park this thing, and it'll be like no snow in there. It'll be clean. Like, what the frig? There's like nothing in there. I look at everybody else, all of a sudden, they're packed full, it's slush and stuff, and this thing's clean. Yeah, it's really nice for being able to pick your sled up, move it around, knocking off that much weight. Snow is freaking heavy as shit when you get down to it. What else? Oh yeah, first issue I had, handlebars came loose. First day out with it. Tell you right now, riding around with loose handlebars freaking sucks. If I would have known, I didn't know that there was a screwdriver in the toolkit to tighten them up at the time. I'm like, I just got to get back to the hotel. You need to have handlebars are jiggling around. That sucks. Don't remember that. Gotta watch out for that one. Yeah. What else? I love that paddle. 8 grabs. Really, really good. Really good. It's the first paddle track I've ever owned on a sled. I like it. I like it a lot. This thing rides pretty damn nice. I'm not gonna rave about it, but it's smooth. It's smooth enough. I was concerned because it didn't have the springs. It's unsprung in the back. Just that single, the dual shock, whatever. It doesn't have them springs. So I was concerned about that at first, but then it was fine. What else do I want to change this thing? I got a bag, handlebar bag. It says Arctic on it. Gotta change that. So I got that in the house. My sister's gotta rip the Arctic off of it and resew it. Resew something else on it. I have piles and piles of parts from the Turbo. Piles of parts. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. It's kind of like, they're brand new parts. What do I do with brand new parts? Nobody's going to want to buy them. But they're just going to sit there, I guess. I got airbox, exhaust, too much shit. Yeah. Now I got a leftover bumper. Anybody want a leftover bumper? I got one. Just that little loop thing. So yeah, and What else do I got? I want to get off trail with this thing more. I got off a little bit. We ran a little section, just a real little area on some power lines, and then we had a little pond. Not a whole lot of snow in either of them situations, but it was enough to try to carve it around a little bit. I did manage to lose quite a bit of oil, laying outside a few times. I had to reprime the system. So yeah, I kind of wish there was a way to circumvent that, fix it. I talked to them and it was like, not really. It ain't too bad for this one. Something about it's got a bigger oil tank, so you can get away with it. But I hate, just oil pouring out of the side of your sled is never a good thing. Just saying, it's never a good thing. Yeah. Now we're gonna get into the long, tedious process of dropping the skid, pulling it out, pounding the damn slides off, putting these new ones on, cutting the length, and getting the damn thing back in by myself. I'll tell you this right now, doing this shit by yourself fucking sucks. All my friends are doing something and I gotta actually go to work in like 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it done today. That's for sure. But at least I can get started. If you don't have a crane or anything in your shop, a hoist, like ratchet straps to the rafters typically work pretty well. Work pretty well. Just don't ratchet too much, otherwise your ratchet strap gets all tangled up and you're freaking nightmare to undone. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the suspension out there and get the changed out. You might explode some guys. This is what I'm saying. Pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. Aerate. I don't hold faith in my long-duration ability. It's probably really long, ready to. Back is black and it's holding up pretty good. Dirty, sled condition, really dirty sled. Really low snitches this year. It's not a terrible year. December. Once again, we didn't have. Last time it was 4. Video was this degrees. Now it's snowing. It's colder. Still don't have it. Now, had snow shit out all. What was here? We haven't had them all snowfall. Freaking suppose snowfall. Our biggest 10 inches. They suppose our biggest snowfall was 10 inches. We still see, but grass. After in most, because I could see the grass in my yard. So damn, most of my yard just piled of grass inches. Because it was windy, everything was snowfall up in the day. All we've had is it's like 0.2 inch. Every snow, nothing has been pointing anything. 1 inch. I've been able to accumulate grass in my yard all. Like I said, I've never had it where you see the grass backyard. That year I've never. I couldn't say it. I've only seen my back. One other year it's sad. That is, we had 1 year ago. This bad. That bad. It was actually worse, but that was better because it was so freaking actually warm. Because I could go out and work. So I'm shooting in warm where. That was something. I got trap shoot January sweatshirts and that was where it was like we're out degrees out. It's January wasn't such a good 50. At least I'm getting up. Yeah, well I'm surprised the miles I got on for North Wales never open. A number of them here or something. Down. I want to go back up to P. Not this weekend, maybe next weekend. You go out in the backcountry next day. You're on a route. I have two potential trips in UP that that's one I want to do. I don't have a trip certification, but yeah. Well, looking to buy another sled too, believe it or not. I bought this thing. I'm going to trade the other, and I got an IQ and Pantera sled in there. I'm going to trade both of those in for a different sled. I don't know if I'm going to go brand new or slightly used or leftover. I don't know if I'm going to buy it this year or next year. Looking at probably a Skidoo. Don't know if I want a 600 or 800. I really want a free ride. I want a free ride in the worst way. But the sled, chances are I'm not going to ride that sled real often. It's not going to be so much for me to ride as it's going to be for like my dad to ride, whoever else wants to ride, anybody who uses a sled. And hopefully one day, if I ever manage to get a girlfriend by some miracle, it'd be a sled for her to ride. But I doubt that ever happened in my life. Pretty sad, I know. But yeah, I gotta get to work. Start cranking on this thing. Stay frosty, YouTube. I gotta shut this thing off again.